Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Bless me, I'm sick. And awesome as well. Hello everyone. I do believe appropriately chaotic start to a live stream. I've been, I've been doing a lot today. Especially on main channel, Stashis on shitpost absolute cinema delivered daily. Caper, it was a misinput and you didn't see anything. You know how confusing it is when you're actively streaming on 3 separate channels. It is highly confusing. And also, wait, today is 76, no? Okay, I did change it, good. It is 76. And today will be, speaking of the live stream yesterday, today we'll be working on the video based on the live stream. This is, as you can see, the blackboard we had yesterday. There's a lot here, and today I'm just going to be working on the video for it. The entire left side of the blackboard I can do myself, so that's what we're going to do. The right side, I think I'm gonna need to bring Remco on exactly, or I could use the clips from the live stream, but I would prefer to also see some visualizations, maybe of Remco, maybe something. But yeah, that's what we'll be working on. I already started scripting. I worked a lot today, truly a lot. Mainly on the mask video, which is second chapter. I should be able to finish it either today or tomorrow. There's another thing we could render this stream. Frankie, come on, blinking for too long to do Fever. So we'll probably rewatch. That's understandable. I mean, you know, by then you could just watch the video. Hopefully the video will be... Video should explain it better, because the action after the stream, it's honestly upsetting, because after the stream, me and Remco, we came up with like at least I think so. We came up with a much better explanation for the action, which is going to be in the video, wasn't on the live stream. But such is life. Such is life. It happens. All matter did cook. I know, right? Hold on, let me just really quickly switch to... There we go. I mean, look at it. I might be streaming like this from now on. Isn't it incredible? Why, thank you. Hi there, all matter. I mean, it is absolutely stunning, and I still haven't paid for it. Shit. I'm not gonna be using that make it image on the streams. I'm gonna be using my classic ones until I pay for it. Feel bad. I have the money, it's just that Pioneer isn't working. It refuses to. And it's bothering me. Pay up a little more. Whoa, have some respect, first of all. Alright. Like, I'm planning to pay you, don't worry, but chill it down with the little bro talk, okay? I am right now fighting a battle to pay you, and you're right now very devil's advocating me. Make it EU legislator doing EU legislation at the fireplace. No, but it is brilliant. This does look just absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait for the live stream with flame. That was what we need. Hold on, let me see. Let's try it again. I don't know what Nika is. Nika, I see. That's not me. They are not letting me pay, and I don't understand why. Basically, the problem I have with Pioneer is that they're asking me, whenever I select the option to pay, they are asking me for additional details, and then when I'm trying to provide those details, the website just doesn't fucking work. Not create a make it team, but it's hard to top yours. Is there any way to give me uncursed? Oh. Boo, correct me if I'm wrong, you did ask for the curse, didn't you? You did ask for the curse, I do believe. Big Fiverr screwing. Oh no, I can pay over Fiverr. You know what? I might have to pay over Fiverr. It's going to be a bit more pricey. Overcomplicated. Which is annoying because I genuinely want to start using Pioneer from now on because it's just straight up cheaper than PayPal. PayPal is just straight up more expensive than Pioneer, which is why I wanted to switch to Pioneer for a long time. Just didn't have a reason to. But I'm gonna do it. How much? I'm gonna do it over Fiverr, I think, because this is Fiverr takes my money. This is all too real. This is all way too real. I can relate all matter to all of that. Pioneer's still overly complicated, PayPal hates me, and Fiverr takes my money is basically my life, except I have YouTube, not Fiverr. Because I said your bot was bad. Oh, that's the reason! Boo, it's hard to keep track of. You have to... Wait, what am I doing? I could just check the reason why you were cursed. Exactly. I could have just... I mean, I believe you. Hold on. Oh, oops, one pass, please. CD Discord bot Pi. Anyone remember how to operate? Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, anyone remember? Anyone remember how to... List of the damned. There we go. Anyone remember how to load in a database in SQLite? I never do. I absolutely never do. Oh, yeah, gimme. Oh, it's so much. And none of this is what I need. Or is it actually? Some of them might be what I need. Wait, I'm getting distracted. Just hit me. Why am I doing this? No. No. Let's do... Wait, I haven't seen the fan favorite lately. Is she fine? What do you mean? Katsy's been joining it a lot. Just, you have to realize that I've been streaming at very unfortunate times. Hold on. Because, you know, I can't trust. I can't trust Pioneer. I'm gonna do it over Fiverr. It's gonna be easier. Give me a second. Almater, what cut did you say Fiverr takes? %. That's not great. That is not great. If it's any consolation, YouTube takes 40. Patreon takes 8. That's nice. That's it. It has options to take more, but Patreon takes 8 by default. Am I an idiot? Did you disable... Oh, wait, did you disable orders on Fiverr? Or am I... Or can I just... No, never mind, I'm an idiot. Or I think Fiverr changed up the way they... Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. This... Give me a second, everyone, I need to... Give me a second, everyone. I'm adding in my card details, so I would rather not have you all see them. No offense, not that I don't trust you, but you know, I've already been the victim of a scam, of too many scams today. So because it's a shit stream, I'm guessing. Boo! Ouch! I have feelings. Ouch! You know what? Actually, screw it. Since we're doing this, I'm gonna give you the better make it. There we go. We're gonna have the better make. Soda! Holy shit! How are you doing? My goodness. Soda. Jeez, I haven't seen you in such a long time. How are you doing? Wait. Videos and you? I have... Well, long story. Really good sad piano version of Make It Team, but I don't know whether we need to replace it or so. I know. I need more payment options. Boo, I'm going to remove your curse. I'm going to remove your curse. You know what? Today, I'm going to we're changing the name of the stream. It's not going to... Well, we're still going to be animating new slows of motion. But I'm going to change it to call it... Settling Debts. Because I feel like it's just more accurate at this point. YouTube, I remember YouTube raised by the UI. I gave you a 10 instead of charity and went, oh no, what have you done, KP? You screwed up, but actually YouTube did. Yeah, because like the donations from the streams are supposed to go to charity, not me. That's the point. It's called charity checkups. Optional. There we go, start order. Providers accurate and complete. It's all just a single sentence. This is such a nice scene though. Alright, all matter, if you're still watching, I have placed an order on your Fiverr for the most expensive package, and then, if I remember correctly, there's option to leave tips. So all you need to do is just like complete the order, then I'm gonna mark it as complete, and I'm gonna leave a tip to make up the 20% difference and the €4 that's still missing. Because that's gonna be quicker than figuring out Pioneer. Pioneer just isn't working. Alright, brilliant. Well, that was it. I'll make it in the community funneling money to you after you make a funky spinning ball for atoms. Okay. So now what? Well, now next point of order would be... I really wanted to work on the video, but no, I'm getting distracted. Next point of order will be to uncurse Boo. Unbelievable. I don't remember you having like 75,000 subs and a funky new stream avatar since last time. Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? Basically, like to give you a TLDR, my channel, I wouldn't say exploded, because that's not really the case. I got 2 lucky videos that just performed well. And it mainly the second one is important, the 1 million views, and that's where all the subscribers came from. Well, thank you for your moneymaker. That's still not enough. I still haven't paid it all, which just bothers me more. Paid comments, whenever my 100 organic likes, effectively pinning my comments. Caper? That's not allowed. Okay, SQLite, more remove and entry. Delete statement. Oh, select all. I remember now. Okay. So it's going to be SQLite 3, list of the damned, and then select all from damned? Damn it, cursed. There we go! Wait a second. Is this you, Boo? Because that is the... Is this you? Do you still want the song? Well, if you have it, I won't say no to it. I think the last time I messaged you was like in November, or not using music style was the way to leave things off. It was reasonable. I've had worse. Wait, but I don't think you're on the damned list. I don't think you're cursed actually. Yeah, in that case, what are we doing? You're not cursed. Fixed. I know you're bull, I think. That's why it confused me. Yeah, there we go. Fixed them. Simple, easy, nice, lovely. Festive, phenomenal. Yeah, there. I deem thee uncursed, but don't push me. Because, you know, by now you should know. I have a tendency to curse people for months. And just leave it there. Alright. Well then, there we go. 18 minutes into the live stream. Go to basic for proof. Wait, there's no way you're still cursed. I remove your curse. You do not have a... Yeah. This is hilarious. This is so funny. Gaslighting isn't real, boo. Gaslighting isn't real. Benevolent god, but the line between benevolent and fun-loving is tight. I am a very benevolent god with extremely short temper, so don't push me. I have no patience for nonsense. I have patience for sense, but no patience for nonsense. Damn it, you're not gonna lie, the first 18 minutes of the live stream have lost me the entire just motivation to work on this video. I don't know how you all did this, but I'm gonna be honest. There is something else we could do, although we are on the wrong channel for it. That is... And that is... We could do the camera. Is the camera working? It is. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's not get too excited. There we go. We can do the motivation. We believe in you. Have a website work. Caper? Don't you even. Do not even. We could do this. That's another thing I want to do. Because I actually got it to work. I think I'm going to use this for drugs. I mean, for securing my homestead, so that I may use a card instead of a key card instead of a key, because drugs are bad unless they're prescribed. Is that the Raspberry Pi? It's a Raspberry Pi Pico. This is a proper Raspberry Pi 5, and this right here is a Raspberry Pi Zero. I have a lot of these lying around. This is another Pi Pico. Right here I have two Pi Pico. Right here I have a Pi Pico W and Pi Pico 2W. I have a whole bunch. A whole bunch of everything. Right here I have a Raspberry Pi camera without the actual camera because, well, I hate it when things make sense. That's a keycard reader. Yeah, it is. RFID reader, more exactly. That is not what we will be dealing with today. Well, no, it is, because I need to warm up, so you know. This is what we're going to do as a warm up. No one was in the live stream where I got it to work. It was honestly quite exciting because it worked on the first try. It was really impressive. But well, what else can you expect from the likes of me? I am really impressive in general. I only have Pi 4B and 2 Arduino Unos. I'll be honest, I just prefer Raspberries. No concrete reason. The theoretical device, that is the theoretical device. The hypothetical device. The device which may or may not be used. But the point is, if I do this, okay, then if I take the card, if I just place it near the reader, it's gonna read it. Isn't that a cool magic trick? I mean, look at it, it's incredible. I just felt the need to show it to you because no one was on the stream. I genuinely no one was on the stream. It bothered me. So we can run this again, and we can also hold up this tag. There we go, there's the tag. It's actually really cool, not gonna lie. This isn't even half the battle though, because this can only so far read normal standard cards, and not if they're encrypted though. And what we'll need is we'll need to read them when they are encrypted. Which means what we'll need is we'll not only need to read them, but we'll also need to crack, well, we'll not only need to read them, we'll need to read encrypted cards, and then we'll need to crack the encryption using MIFAR, or MIFAR, or whatever it is. How the channel grew from silly little videos and the following to make it planning on to raid gay clubs and theoretically do the hypothetical. I would see it as a logical and natural progression, Caper. I'll be honest. Okay, let's get to work though. Because, you know, bills have to be paid. Enough fun. Could you use it to turn a deadbolt with a motor and some 3D print parts? Because that's a junky lock right there. I thought about it, but that's not what I'm going to use it for. As I mentioned, I'm going to use it to crack encrypted RFID cards because I'm a reasonable person. Boss, like I said, it is a growth. Appreciate it. I honestly, someone calling me boss warms my heart. It makes me feel like I'm, you know, I'm just running like a mafia drag ring. I appreciate it. It's great. Hey, I've said it multiple times. If I wasn't, I've spent so much time on all these. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I would be a criminal. So hey. Okay, in this case, this is going to be Newtonian. Festive. So how are we going to do this? Well, I imagine. Hey, make it. Yep, that's my name. Make my name, come on, boss. Well, thank you, Cape. We need more positivity. Your Blender is out of date. I don't know if I want to update Blender if it's... Where's the newest? 4.5. Do I want to update Blender by one version? Is there an update button? Is there a way to just update Blender? Because that'll be... Just today I removed 5 different Blender versions. I didn't need them. Ah, screw it. You're getting me distracted, boo. I don't appreciate it. I have work, okay, important business to do. Didn't you see the stream? Very important business. We're working on a very important video, which I should finish in like 4 days. It's been too long since I was a monster to the man behind the slaughter. Okay, that should be something a bit dry. I feel like we could get some music playing. How about that? How about that to kickstart our journey? Because clearly I am just so slow to action. Could be the lack of coffee, it could be it. But at the same time, I haven't had any coffee in weeks. That shouldn't change anything. I think it is genuinely the fact that it's been a long day for me and I'm not in a manic state. I need to get into a manic state. Oh, not the new one. So we fall. Okay, fine. Yeah. Lights, camera, action. Another day of traction. Okay, so first things first. This is going to be a chapter about Newtonian mechanics, which means it will be simple. So we would like to keep it as simple as possible. And as such, that's my appear node, which is different. We can start with something like Voronoi texture, like this. Then we can plug in the color. Then we can do a color ramp, just to have it be black and white. And then we can have it be ever so slightly more white. Actually, even better. There we go. I think this could be fine. Then we can, if we want to increase the detail. Yeah, should be fine. Make it Soda's back on Discord. Timon, Soda was here on the stream. Okay. Now what? Well, now what we need is... Oh, shit! Don't ever crank... Make it! Don't ever crank a value in Blender when it's exponential. Terrible idea. Absolutely terrible idea. Do you use volumetric fog? I was wondering how you got those glowing effects. That would make a lot of sense. Yes, well, I use volume. I just use a volume, that's it. Did I genuinely already break Blender? Okay, kids, word to the wise. Don't ever crank an exponential value in Blender. Terrible idea. I'm going to make this really big, because in this case we don't really need anything too specific. There we go. Sorry, I'll shut up. What? Why? Don't shut up. Texture. In this case, something... I mean, we could go over it twice, honestly. Except the only difference being that we don't want the camera to be top down, we want the camera to be lower down. I don't think we actually need a volume for this. Also, why is volume not called volume? That's just confusing. That is just utterly confusing. Back to the day we choose to rise. Nigga, looking forward to making casually using the word crikey in the video. I already used the word in it, casually. I have a problem. Okay, Newtonian mechanics. It's basically trying to focus physics from once we started the... Yeah, fine, let's just do text Newtonian, why not? As I skip past the thickest, well, just look at what I found. An innocent wee critter sitting shivering on the ground. It's going to be impossible to read absolutely anything with this brightness. We might need a volume. Because without the volume, it will be just genuinely impossible to read. Okay. Some salvation in exchange for just some light indoctrination. Not bad. Generally not bad. Then we're going to add a cube, we're going to push it up by 1, we're going to reduce it in size by 0.75, like so, festive, and then we're going to change the floor. Ah, Blender stack should have done cocaine dealing. We've all been there. Do bigger things render faster or smaller things? That all depends on the setup you have. Some muff, or more specifically, color ramp. Okay, so the problem is that it's way too big. We make it smaller though. And then we don't want this to be necessarily white. We'd have it be a bit darker, and then ice, pull down wool over our eyes. This placement. That is kind of exactly how I was expecting it to look. So this is not bad so far. Yeah, okay. Chess is the closest thing I have to an abusive marriage? Woof. Not what I was expecting to read. Desires. You meet again upon our pelts. There we go, that's something. I don't hate this so far. Which is progress. Certainly progress. The I don't hate this is always the first step in creation of any Make It video. There we go. Wait, so Kate, are you okay? Quite rough. Are you okay, buddy? You don't seem to be doing all that well. Okay. This is certainly a start. Frames. I feel like with Blender, just give it an emission texture, anything looks great. Reflections. You need to give a very strong emission and then you need to have reflections and then yes, it will look great. That is the secret behind all my videos. Thing first, we need to start the Newtonian mechanics. I know it's basic, we're trying to showcase physics changes. Oh, this will actually require a fair bit of relatively intricate animating because we're gonna have a 3D maker that's gonna be chatting throughout the entire video. He's deep in the dark and then that's where secrets sleep. He who's beneath. Sheep. Is this fine? Also, why just stop doing that? Ridiculous. You look preposterous. Okay. Let's see. Preview ray tracing. Exactly. I don't understand why Eevee even is a thing. Just use cycles. Be proper. Make a strength vacation as well. So ring me the bell. We're excited to welcome you in. No time here to dwell on your sins. The various amenities you're getting within. If you've got luggage, the staff can take it through, but the baggage that's emotional will have to stay with you. Let's do one right here, and then let's just... Can I do object? No, terrible. Fine, mapping. But it is complementary, of course. Key business, but with one key difference that the one delivering it is beyond deliverance. I love path tracing. It's like drags from me, just moving the camera around in rendered view. Let me tell you, drags are way better. I don't mean to be that guy, but if I had to pick between ray tracing or drags, I would choose drags. I don't mean to be that guy, but that's true. Hi, the Bayonet. How you doing? I'm stuck with the best utensil, though you ought to be running without the treadmill. The bar's the horn with all the spirits you want. They were all the last guests to get killed. Don't we both know you've already seen the ballroom? A little reminder if a riddle to find, or it is flivorous, finding your doom. Okay, this should be fine. Yes. The Discords are considerably bigger. Yeah, a lot of people joined in. That does need to happen. I think... How many members do we have on Discord? I don't remember. You should be careful though, because it is not only bigger, it is also severely undermanaged. There is no outright hate, but there isn't much etiquette either. Well, that is in the peasant channels. The better channels, the science channels, those are pretty good. The science channels, I actually like personally. But you need to be careful of like the basic channel. That one is still a toxic heap of garbage. Hot take, the drugs are great. I mean, all I'm saying is that if I had a choice between ray tracing or drugs, I would choose drugs, and I don't think I'm alone here. Someone appears to be more upset than I am about my music corner getting nuked. Oh, who is that? Resident of a little hotel in hell where the bellhops bite. Okay. Right here we need to get back to scripting, because this will be the derivative segment, for which you do just have to pay for it. Position or cutscene? Hold on, let me check. I have the basic channel muted. Let me check. That's positron. Cutscene is a different person. I'm not familiar with the new blood. Powerful stuff. Let me give you Let me give you a bit more of a special rank, because it's silly for you to be mingling with the peasants. And hell. Oh, but you never could tell. Remember it well. You better forget it or else. Shelf. My favorite drugs are lactose and sucrose. I don't think that counts a drug. What is the definition of a drug? Does anyone know? Define drugs. Chemicals are... Oh, that is 3 completely different definitions. Oh, I think this is the Dan Boo cameo actually in the song. I don't know if we can see I don't know if we can see the songs really well. Hear them in the background. They're quite quiet, but they're mainly for me to maintain, well, I wouldn't say my sanity. Maintain my working spirit. Tolerance about lactose. In this case, you can see the position of our object with us. 0 then go up to 1, default out to 0. But what about the velocity? Well, if you think about it, velocity is just the change of position per unit time. Or in other words, if you have some kind of point on our graph, then for me the words chemical, drug and molecule mean the same thing. I mean, no, I feel like because drug is like a very specific subset of chemicals. You can smoke a lot of things, not all of them will make you high or cure you. Trust me, I've tried it. And I still have a cold. I don't care if the English language says I'm wrong. You know what? I find that inspirational. Good for you. Don't let the haters get to you. Round them into powder. Or in other words, if you have some kind of pointer graph, then we can set another point like this. There's the slope. Okay, I can... yeah. We can set another point like this. then what would be the velocity between these points? Well, it's meters per second, or distance by time, or in other words, it's by time. Wait, actually, am I doing this right? Yeah, I am. Because it's x of t, right? I feel I feel like I'm gaslighting myself into being wrong. If you have x of t on a graph, right? Then in this case, slope represents velocity. And it's not the other way around, because you can have a graph t of x. I am gaslighting myself into being wrong. Jeez. I should take my leave for now. Alright, bye Caper, bye, have a good one. It's always a pleasure having you around. I defer to Latin. Scientific. Never been happier. Or distance by time, or in other words, this distance right here by, or this length right here by this length right here, which mathematically we can say is just the slope. So basically, the higher the slope, the higher the velocity. The lower the slope, the lower the velocity. I am just adding this entire segment simply because I've made a banger of illustration for derivatives and I didn't get to use it in the live stream, which bothers me. Okay. Velocity, the lower the slope, the lower the velocity. What is the law I'm going to? Oh yeah, everything for MA. Damn it. Right. See, don't play it gracefully, slaving every day for the price I got touched to the back of new horizons. The older slope, lower the velocity. There is something tricky about it. That's because in this case we're talking about average velocity over a certain distance. But what if we wanted an instantaneous velocity? Well, then we'd need to get that ratio of distances over as short of a distance as possible. That's not possible. And there we go. This right here is a derivative. I'm using videos, Khan Academy and Freeborn Brown. Jeez! It's odd, it feels odd to be mentioned in the same line as Khan Academy and Freeborn Brown. It's as if I'm the same source. Same kind of source. I'm trying to learn calculus recently. Anything you're struggling with specifically? Okay. Oh, by the way, what was the animation? Why am I rendering with 256 samples? Like an idiot. Each frame takes 10 seconds. That is so not needed. It could take 2 seconds. It could have already been done. New horizons. Right here is a derivative. I am glossing over it quickly because I've explained it in the past in multiple videos already. But actually, let me find which video specifically that I explained it. Just make a list. Let's see.
Huge break.
When I explain derivatives, I'm gonna guess right here. I'm going to guesstimate. I'm doing basic division. Happens. Has it only been this one video recently? Because I mean, there are more. A map becomes difficult, definitely touched on derivatives. I am confident and certain. And right here, we're getting into really old videos. Bloody mad lad, brilliant. Okay. I did cover derivatives, right? I specifically remember. There is derivatives.
Unlikely that the function should act upon the term in quantum terms, so the probability.
Kind of. Close.
There, if you take a function in order to check how it's changing, you
Shut up! Hold on, one of my machines is yelling at me. There! Just asking for attention, honestly. He's taking after his old man. Okay, there we go. Okay, this. Oh, fine, I'm just gonna plug in my multiple video. Wait, I could have sworn there's more videos in which I explain derivatives. Why does it in my mind? Having equations that use both axes is confusing. I don't quite understand what you mean. Hold on. It has to be one of the maths videos.
It's why whenever you see anything rotating, you'll always find complex numbers somewhere in there.
No, yeah, not gonna be derivatives in there. Wait, there was the. Which one was it? Which one was it? In my mind, all of a sudden, I got like a bob, and I felt this one. Yes, because E had derivatives, yes. I genuinely thought I explained it so many more times. When algebra equations just go left to right, but calculus equation can go up and down? I don't quite understand what you mean, Boo. Because in both algebra and calculus, like it's the same kind of equations. It's just in one of them. Oh. this. Yeah. Some video actually. It's going to. Newtonian. The very basics. Big tall scary, make brain give up because fear. Alright.
Do you love the sweet smell of industry in the morning?
I have videos already.
Firm's factory foundations.
These 3 videos must be it then, because I apparently can't find any more.
Pioneers nobly shaving off the galaxy's superfluous greenery, grinding it down into the fine progress, and refining it into pure ingots of profit. And now you too can join them. Welcome.
In quantum mechanics, however, it is literally impossible to find that particle, because until you interact with it, the universe itself has absolutely no idea where it is. So instead, by omnithing.
Oh,
So
that was a very different way to handle audio back then.
Violet boars on your iron ore. Carnivorous critters crashing your quaterium conveyors.
I refuse to believe. I explained only one
number,
video.
and I think that's the best way to represent it would be with the derivative. Was the derivative of an exponential? Well, depends on what you're exponentiating, to be honest. Right here you can see a table of a bunch of different exponents. Now you can see that it's
Then this animation was shitty. I was really shitty back then. In the past, well, maybe not multiple videos already. In the most popular video on the channel, but the point right here is that if we have a graph of position, then based on it we can take a derivative, and if we graph that derivative, what we get is velocity. Then we can further take derivative velocity and get acceleration. Even more, we can keep going forever. Acceleration to get drag, and so on and so forth. But how does that relate to the second law? Well, it relates. You really are up there with the other big channels as far as the video quality at this point. They'll make it. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. On difference of views and sounds. It's kind of it's a difference of magnitude. Yeah. Let's do the second law. Because F is equal to NA can also be just written as F is equal to M second derivative of position in relation to time, or alternatively M derivative of velocity in relation to time, or finally hold on, I'm developing a headache from all of this. Finally, if we just multiply velocity by mass, momentum in time. So, just to tie it all together, momentum change is equal to the force applied. So if you want to change the momentum of an object, you need to apply force on it. Which, once again, is why when our cube is traveling forward, it won't ever stop unless we apply a force, because in order for it to stop, its momentum would have to change, and so there we go. Only one left. I'm spending so much time on just laws of motion, which is ridiculous. They're trivial. I shouldn't explain this. Why? Yeah, whatever. Okay, third law. Newton's laws of motion. Checkup now. Currently writing a paper in my computational physics class and watching this. Well, not gonna lie, I feel like I am covering something a lot more basic than your paper. What's your paper on exactly? Computational physics? What does that mean? I'll have to say, I've never heard the term computational physics before. Okay, how important will be this law later on? Effectively, the whole every action has an equal opposite reaction. So basically, if we quickly go space, make it with an apple, then if we have make it throw the apple, it will apply a force onto the apple, and so according to the third law. Computational methods in physics. Okay, so like just computing equations? I don't know if I'm understanding it correctly. I'm sorry, it's just that it's a thing that I've noticed with a lot of people who are knowledgeable in the topic. Like, you say computational methods in physics, and considering how right now you are writing a paper on it, to you it's obvious. Analyzing projectile motion of a basilica cannon. Oh, I see. Well, that's very concrete of an example. That does sound like a lot. I do have to say, in that case, it's honestly quite upsetting how I'm here just trying to cover the basic laws of motions when you're analyzing projectile motion, but... Oh, fine, let's get back to scripting on the third law. According to the third law, the apple will apply a force onto the magnet, and so they will both push push themselves away. The computer software doesn't want to work. Are you writing it for like uni or for like masters or something? As an exercise? I'm just curious. Or maybe just for fun. Hey, I don't know. Bachelor's in physics. Ah, that makes sense. I figured it was something like that. Well, good luck on your bachelor's then. Trying to get into engineering or trying to get the more theoretical? And if so, then what was I'm just asking, curious. Wait. It's fair obvious, I would say, but the more interesting thing here is what happens when we take those forces and we calculate the total force that happens in our interaction. The total force would just be the make it to apple force plus the apple to make it force. And since the apple to make it force is just equal and opposite, we can effectively note it down as minus itself, which equals 0. And since we've just learned engineering, I'm currently doing research in semiconductors, but I hope to move to aerospace later on. Oh, that's really neat. I love myself some semiconductors. Absolutely my favorite topic in all of solid state chemistry. The entire reason why I'm so knowledgeable on metallic bonding is because of the fact that it's hip-scopping away from semiconductors and doping, which is surprisingly useless in my case. It's comical how often I deal with electronics, electricity, and how little of my solid state chemistry knowledge I use. It's honestly comical. I should really get to using some more MOSFETs or PNP and PN transistors eventually when I get around to making videos on them. Just learned that equal to change in momentum, we can say that this means we know that this means that the total change in momentum is also equal to 0, or in other words, momentum stays conserved. There we go. Newtonian mechanics. These are the basics we'll start with. But let's solidify our understanding a bit. Okay, we'll need some examples. The first example, right to free particle. Oh yeah, I would need like some kind of third example. I'm gonna ask Grunko. Right now, and I really think first things first though, this rendered. How did I not notice that? Damn it! Mechanics. Oh, right, we need the 3D makers here. Okay. Well, that would be quite a fair bit annoying. Okay. Okay. Well then, everyone, I actually feel like... For some reason I'm feeling really weak today. Maybe it's because it's been a long day. Maybe it's because of how much work I still have to do. I don't know. But for some reason I am most definitely feeling just straight up weak. So if you don't mind, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to cut the stream short. I'll be working on this video in the background though, so don't worry. Well, in the background, I'll be working in the foreground, but in the background for you. I'll also be working on another video, which I will upload the second chapter of as a preview to Patreon today, hopefully. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day.